G'day and welcome back to another DB Legends video. In this video we're going to take a look at how to do the Piccolo stages of the Prevent World Domination event. So yeah, I basically recently got my hands on Piccolo. I'm still summoning for Beast Gohan, praying I can get him, praying to the Lord that I can get him. But yes, I am still summoning for Beast Gohan, but I managed to get my hands on Piccolo. And so I thought might as well look at how difficult his events are, might as well essentially take a look at how difficult his events are and get my hands on some extra Z power for him, because he does help with the raids, he does help with a lot of the content, and he's a pretty good unit himself. So yeah, we're definitely going to take a look at that. Obviously, to cut a long story short, Piccolo is a pretty cool unit. I think a lot of people have probably come across him in PvP, and I think definitely have probably experienced a bad time with him. So we're going to take on the first stage and the second stage. Number one factors to be aware of here, guys, is always going to be the damage that he can do. So you want to mainly prioritize using Piccolo as your damage. It's super important that you use him for his damage. As a unit, Piccolo will do the most damage here. Obviously, especially in the first one, you are facing Gamma 1. I think it's Gamma 1? No, it's Gamma 2. No, it's Gamma 1. No, yeah, it's Gamma 2. It's just which Gamma is it? You are facing Gamma 1. And yeah, quite frankly, you do want to use him as your main damage source. Pan is great to switch in occasionally for debuffs. So Pan is fantastic as a unit. Switch her in every now and then to keep her debuffs up, and so you can switch her out and manifest more damage with Piccolo. Obviously, it is also important as well, while you're on the topic, to use her support cards while she's in play. Her main ability will also produce a support card as well. And the main reason you want to do this is because she, as a unit, obviously, has a very good support ability that reduces the substitution count of you as a unit. So it is something that's probably very important to pick up, I would say, and definitely something that you should be invested in. Obviously, the first fight's quite simple, so I wasn't really expecting it to be too challenging, but it's a good principle to practice what you're going to need to know for the second fight. So you're definitely going to want to use that to practice it up. The second fight is a little bit different, so you're not just facing one enemy, you are going to be facing multiple enemies, and that's obviously going to affect how you play the fight and handle things from there. So yeah, obviously, in terms of the power, you get 200, I believe, from the first fight, and you get 400 from the second fight. So you are going to want to do the second fight if you're going to want to get your hands on that extra sizable amount of Z power. Now 600 is a pretty decent amount. Back in the day, before we had double power summons, it was pretty clutch to get 600 Z power of a unit. So for them to give it out is pretty cool. So you are going to want to get your hands on that, most certainly. So yeah, that is basically kind of where it sits, in terms of, I guess, the whole general concept of things. Here you're fighting two units. That's obviously going to be something that's a little bit more challenging, so to say, than if you were not facing two units. The big thing here is managing the Gamma 2, the AGL, the blue unit, because Pan obviously does tend to take quite a significant chunk of damage should she be caught out by him. So you do want to have some kind of management of how much damage she takes from him. Generally the best way is obviously to just not let her be faced with him, and to time your switches in and out. You can rather let Pan have a bit more action time against, for example, the green unit than have her face, the blue unit for any significant period of time. At least that's what I would say. Beyond all of that, though, there really isn't anything too crazy for me to mention or for you to focus on. I think it is tougher, but as you noticed, I didn't do anything to my team build or to the equipment I was running Piccolo with or anything like that. So although it is definitely tougher, I don't think it's so much more difficult that you distinctively need to focus on it. Once you've taken out the AGL unit, once you've taken out the blue unit, then you generally have a pretty good time. I think you don't struggle dramatically with the whole fight and everything. So basically, honestly speaking, pretty chilled stuff. I think for the most part you'll have a pretty decent time. You should be able to get it. Like I said, I'm not running a huge boss team or anything. My boost was not mega sizable, and I wasn't running any spectacular equipment. Just basically, keeping things cool, keeping things calm, keeping things focused, and essentially just keeping my gameplay pretty tight. You will notice though when I dodge attacks or do something that I do generally wait a little bit before kind of throwing an attack out. This is because the AI kind of doesn't register that it should vanish for some reason, and that does tend to help me a lot, especially since they can vanish a bit more than usual. But obviously we got it done. Pretty good stuff, pretty cool stuff. It's always good, always fun to get things done. That's a rhyme, and it was on purpose. So that is it. Just thought I would kind of point out how to beat these missions, or at least how I beat these missions, in case anyone gets Piccolo and is of course wondering how to take out these missions. So pretty cool stuff, pretty simple stuff, and beyond that, nothing else really for you guys to focus on. But if you enjoyed the video, I hope you leave a like. It's greatly appreciated. Or if you need any help or want to know a bit more about how I built Piccolo, or need a bit of help building yours or your team, just leave a comment down below and I'll be able to help you out, hopefully. But that is pretty much going to be it from me. There are some missions that will drop quite a sizable amount of energy. So hopefully that is able to help you guys out. And just in terms of Piccolo, obviously we got his extra Z power. So he's looking a little bit better at that 4-star, which is always greatly appreciated. And that's it from me. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, leave a like, and I will see you guys in the next one. Until then, take care, stay safe, and bye.